Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Mond. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is brought in at the 21. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Lions will take over. Goff on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. DJ Waddle in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A give. This is Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mond. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Julian Okwara. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mond out of the shotgun. Forced out to his left. That is caught by Thielen. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A good run there by Cook on 1st down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mond. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And Goff picks up the 1st down and then wisely slides to the ground to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Justin Jones there on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like this call. I know they weren't successful on it, but so many times defenses load up trying to get a safety when you're in this spot. How about taking the shot downfield, hoping to use their momentum against them? They didn't get it, but I sure like what they were doing there.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Mon. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath. Gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Handoff comes to Cook. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Well, they go play action here. Mon on the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Mon looks to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Julian Okwara picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his His kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down and 4, Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 17-yard line.
From the 17, Mond. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there for Minnesota.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Mond going to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. No gain on the screen there at second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 10. To throw is Goff. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
Let's go!
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 47. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. From the gun, here's Mond. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Goff. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gone. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. William Jackson with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Again, Goff. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mond. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mond looks to throw on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Fielded just inside the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And the Vikings 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Mond's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50, the 30. 10, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now, Bauer back fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Vikings 3.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Back to the air, Mond.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Swift. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on 2nd down. Mond. And that's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Detroit.
You see, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed.